Hey guys, in this video I'll walk you through the quest chain to obtain the key to Karazhan. So let's start off with the first quest. At level 68 you can travel to Karazhan and accept 2 quests from the Archmage in front of the gate. He will then ask you to go underground into the cellar and use his crystal near underground sources of water. He will also ask you to kill some mobs and bring him 10 ghostly essences. This is a fairly simple quest guys and shouldn't take you too long to do. Once you're done with it, return back to the Archmage and accept the next quest called Contact from Dalaran. This quest requires you to report your findings to Archmage Kedrick, who is located near the Dalaran crater. Kedrick is a bit confused that you know about the Violet Eye, but he still goes ahead and gives you the next quest called Khadgar. He tells you that the only people who can reopen Karazhan were presumed dead, Khadgar and Medivh. But they recently learned that Khadgar is still alive and can be found in Shattered City, so he asks you to deliver his report to Khadgar. Upon talking with him, he tells you that he's troubled by the news and gaining access to Karazhan will be difficult. He goes on and tells you that he has split up the key into 3 fragments and placed them into enchanted containers. He tells you that the first fragment can be found inside of Shadow Labyrinth, but before you can gain access to this dungeon, you have to get the key from Sathak Halls. Make your way to the dungeon and kill the last boss. When the last boss dies, you'll be able to click on a box that spawns right behind him to get the key. So now you can finally access Shadow Labyrinth and get the first fragment. To get the first fragment, you have to clear the entire dungeon and then click on the container that is located at the last boss. Kill the elite that spawns, loot the body, and then return back to Khadgar. He will now offer you a new quest called the second and third fragments. He tells you that the second fragment can be found at the bottom of Serpent Lake, which is located in the Steam Vault. He then goes on and tells you that the third and final fragment can be found in Alcatraz and Tempest Keep. So guys, the first fragment is actually pretty simple to get and you don't even have to kill any bosses. You just have to clear some packs and dive into the water, click on the container and kill the guardian that spawns. The final fragment is pretty simple to get as well. The only difficult part is A, you need flying, and B, you need the key to the dungeon. If you don't have the key, you can also ask one of your rogue friends to help you out. Just make sure they have lockpicking skill level 350. Once you enter the dungeon, make your way to the first boss. Here you can decide to kill the boss if you want to, or just take the staircase and walk up to the first room, where the final container will be located. Okay guys, so when you have collected both fragments, you can return back to Khadgar and Shattered City. He tells you that he has put the key together, but without Medivh's consent, the key is kinda worthless. The problem here is that Medivh is dead, but luckily for us there is a place called Caverns of Time in Tanaris that makes it possible to time travel. So he asks you to venture to the cavern and enter the Black Morass where Medivh is located. So guys, before you can access the Black Morass, you have to follow a quest chain into a dungeon called All Hillsbred Foothills. To start this quest chain, talk with the dragon who is located at the entrance to the cave. When you accept it, the dragon will fly you down to the cavern where you'll be able to accept the next one. This one has a lot of RP guys, and I mean a lot of RP, so just follow the NPC around and accept the next quest called Old Hillsbred. Once you enter the dungeon, you will see a blood elf at the entrance that you have to speak with. Accept the quest he offers you and speak to the dragon just next to him. The dragon will then take you to Durnhall Keep where you will have to place 5 bombs in the burning houses. Once you're done with that, a boss will spawn that you have to kill. Defeat it and make your way to the top of the mountain and enter the big building. Once you're inside of the building, make your way to the basement where Thrall is located. Turn in the quest you have and accept the next one, which requires you to escort him out of the keep. Kill the boss, turn in the quest, and accept the follow-up that finally leads you into the Black Morass. Inside of the Black Morass, you'll be able to accept another quest called The Opening of the Dark Portal. Accept it and make your way to the back of the dungeon where Medivh is located. This isn't a normal dungeon per se, because you have to protect Medivh and kill a bunch of ads that spawns. When you complete the dungeon, you will finally be able to turn in the quest and accept the final one called Return to Khadgar. So guys, make your way out of the dungeon and travel back to Shattered City. Turn in the quest you have and get the key to Karazhan. And there you go guys. I would advise you to pick up the next quest as well because it leads you into Karazhan. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel as well. You can also support me on Patreon if you want, and the link to that will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video as well. Take care.